Hello everybody, welcome back to the Couch Channel. We are looking at patch 1.0.5 of The Dungeon Beneath. I love this game. I'm addicted to this game. Some of you are addicted to this game based on how much we talk about it and how many of these videos you see. So, let's take a look-see at what we have. So, 1.05 is here. Now, this brings two big changes. Have not read this. I like to go through this guy with you guys so that you don't have to, I don't want to already have super opinions. This should be a first impression. A cow's opinion is a first impression that may or may not matter. But there are two changes, the Daily Challenge and the Book of Champions. Ooh. So the Daily Challenge is a brand new game mode and adds a twist to your adventure. Dive into the dungeon with a special scenario and a unique curse. The Daily Challenge refreshes each day. So, in this one, you have to play... That's kind of cool, actually. You play as Elder Grix. You have a curse, not an object. That's interesting. But the curses may be helpful or harmful. We don't know yet. We don't know. The curse could say you have less attack, but you have more hit points, or the other way around. We don't know. But mysterious figures, you start with a random party. That is awesome. That's what I really, really want. I really want to be able to... Those are my two biggest asks for this game. Bigger parties, and the ability to just recruit. I know it would take, and I'm not trying to be mean to the developers. It would probably take a lot of effort and balancing, because there are some characters who can only be recruited at level 2. There are some characters who can only be recruited at level 3. It would take a lot of balancing, but it would be really cool to have balances or game modes where if I just want to start with a mage party, I can start with a mage party. Start with a random party, but the curse, you can't sell them. That is a really cool curse. I love that. That is the ultimate prayer to RNGesus. It's like, please don't let me get a bunch of sucky guys, because I can't get rid of them. That's cool. I like that. The daily challenge will do some of these, obviously. Man, because I'm still going to be doing regular ones. I don't know when to put... I might record some daily challenges and, like, put them... because I have a 9 to 5, you guys, but... like 8 to 5, technically, but you know what I mean. But maybe I can add some daily challenges, like, on Sundays, which is the one day I don't really have a scheduled thing. I like to put updates and opinion videos on Sundays. This is cool. Hats off to... You guys, you're not EA, you're not Activision, and we love you for it. Because that would have cost like $10 from EA, let's be honest. Let's just be honest. I mean, we recently had I'll go on a slight little tangent right now. We had Cyberpunk announced. Guys, there's a ton of bugs in it. The game is great. I've seen people play, they have fun. But yeah, if you're playing on a last-gen console, it's unplayable. Even if you're on a decent PC or console specs, there's a lot of bugs. There's a lot of crashing. They recently found a corruption thing where if you have a save file more than 8 MB or something like that, it crashes the game because you have too much stuff. Your character's too powerful. The game can't handle it. It crashes because he has too much loot and equipment and abilities. It's garbage. And if you can tell why I'm talking about this, before this update came out, Cyberpunk was going to be the Sunday video. But it's okay. This is more important because this is fun. So that's our first big change and our first tangent of this video. Second one is the Book of Champions. Curious what... Oh, cool. We have a little characterography. So this is really cool because it's got all the characters. So if you're like, I really want to... And it looks like any characters you've encountered and unlocked will be in this book. Another great change because... Here's the thing. I want to be able, and I'm sure a lot of you others want to go and say, I want to play a poison party. I want to play an armor party. I want to play a mage party. It's really helpful to have the book I still want to try the hunter because I've only played with him a little and he's really cool. It's really nice to have the book though, and to be able to say, okay, in the first part of the game, I need to look out for these characters for this build. In the second part, I need to look out for these characters. In the third part, I need to look out for these characters. I love it. Oh, and speaking of characters, we've got 2 new ones. With this update, we've added 2 powerful poison-based units. I really like that they're slowly but surely working on, they have an armor. You can have an armor party, you can have an attack party, you can have a mage party, you can have a party, you can have a political party probably, but let's not get too deep into that. But I really do love how they're putting effort into fleshing out poison and schemes before they're like making too many other things. But that's really cool. So we have the Venomancer he's recruitable at level 1. He's a human mage. He's not going to take hits, and he only has 1 attack. But when he attacks as a follow-up, he deals 1 damage to all poisoned units. Guys, if you have a couple of poisonous things in your party, especially if you give him anything that boosts his attack, he's going to start stacking up that damage. So he's a powerful poison-based character, capable of keeping multiple enemies under control. That's true. He's just going to... That's really good. He's definitely not a burst character, but the longer the fight goes, the more damage he's going to stack up. And the Devourer, a level 3 elemental fighter. Oh, we get our first really good recruitable at campfire elemental. I like that. He has no attack. He has 1 speed. He has 16 hit points. Not the stat changes I thought we would see. What? When a poisoned character dies, summon a poisonous slime. The Devourer has the highest health of any character so far, while this elemental cube doesn't have his own attack. And that's probably not going to change too much, you guys. There's a couple of items that give attack, but for non-mage characters, there's not that many items that give you attack power in this game. It can summon poisonous slimes to attack for it. I don't remember what a poisonous slime does. It doesn't tell me. It's very dependent on what the poisonous slime does. It's very dependent on what... So any character with poison status, when they die, you summon a slime. So there's a couple of questions I have about this. First of all, how useful is a poisonous slime? And here's the question that just occurred to me, which is why I said a couple instead of here's my question. When I summon a poisonous slime, is it summoned on my side of the field, or is it summoned on the enemy side of the field? Because if it's summoned on the enemy side and it like kamikazes, there is a little there is one summonable thing where at the very beginning of the turn after it's summoned on the enemy side so they can't get rid of it, and then it kamikazes and deals 1 damage to everything. I love the outside the box thinking. I love the non-humanoid character. That's cool. More of this. This is great. It's just going to take a little playtest. We might, especially with that book, we might have to try a poison run, you guys. We might have to try a poison run. Abaddon updates. Whoa. We've made significant changes to Abaddon. Greed. Abaddon's greed form, which is the summoning of 4 golden spears, no longer occurs on New Game Minus. Pride. Abaddon's Pride form, which is setting the highest health enemy to 1, no longer occurs on New Game or New Game, and unlocking higher difficulties require that you now defeat Abaddon. Okay. Well, hang on. Before my opinions, let's look at their opinion, because their opinion's better. Their original intention was that most runs would be defeated by Abaddon, and that the success of a run would be measured by how long you survived. However, our view on this has been evolving thanks in large part to the wonderful feedback we've received. For this reason, we've made Abaddon easier on these 2 game modes. Okay, so here are my thoughts, and you guys might want to tune in tomorrow. I'm just saying there's a video that was already recorded before this update, but you'll be able to tell. It was a really cool video. It's kind of my Christmas present to you guys. It's going to be a longer video, but you'll be able to tell it was interesting, and it was recorded before the update because none of these update things are the Abaddon updates, the character updates, they're not in there. So no one's gonna be, oh, he did that after. No, you'll be able to tell. So the 4 golden spheres no longer occurs on New Game Minus. That's not bad. I could take it or leave it. One of the things is you have to build your party for Abaddon, not for the dungeon. And the way to build your party is you need to have around 4 damage in all 3 lanes to have a decent chance of... You can be Abaddon without that. I don't want you to think that you can't, because Abaddon summons randomly. And unlocking higher difficulties requires that you defeat Abaddon. I understand that too. When I did the first regular difficulty, my first run, I unlocked New Game Plus somehow, which was an I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I was like, you're telling me to try a harder mode, I didn't even beat the game yet. But that's okay. The thing that really Pride. I hate Pride so much. So Pride form sets the highest enemy health to 1. If you're playing an armor build, this sucks. And I don't know if it's intentional or not. It's probably intentional because they didn't address it or change it. But if you're playing an armor build, your armor is wiped out. Just completely wiped out. You could have a ton of armor stacked. And there's an item that says you don't lose your armor after every turn, which is really good. You can have a ton of armor stacked, but Abaddon's Pride will wipe you down to 1 hit point. It is the hard, and it's probably intentional. I know I hate it. I really hate it. But it's probably, Pride form is intentional to keep you from just stacking armor up into infinity. But it really sucks to be doing well and then Pride form comes and your 20 armor knights are now 1 hit points and they're probably going to die next turn if you're unlucky. So, yeah. It's a game balance thing. I understand it. I'm not going to, this should take you there to get. I'm not going to say that. It just sucks. It is nice to see that the 2 hardest forms are taken out of New Game Minus and the hardest form is out of New Game, just so that people can get a little more practice. I love it, and it's a good update. There's nothing wrong. I'll say this last thing about the Abaddon updates. Some people will always complain when you make stuff easier or more accessible or add different game modes. Don't take away the hardcore fun. They're not. They're not. Anyone who thinks that the game is there's a couple of you out there who's like, hell, a new game is easy. And that's okay if you either got really lucky or you got a lot better faster than I did. And that's fine. Everyone plays at their own pace. Games are supposed to be fun. There is nothing wrong with lowering that barrier for entry so that more people can have fun. Because I want these guys to have lots of people play their game, and I'm almost certainly going to want to play any other games that this studio comes out, because they put a lot of care, quality, and time into their game. There is nothing wrong with saying, here's something fun, and if you want hardcore, you can go hardcore. But if you just want to play, there's a mode for you too. And if you're not very good at these games, there's an easier mode you can start off with. Nothing wrong with it. Love it. Love to see it. And then we have all other changes. You can now cycle through a unit's inventory by right-clicking multiple times. Yes! That was so annoying to have to literally strip characters if you wanted to replace something that just happened to be in the 2nd or 3rd slot. I love that update. Venetic Stimuli and the Slipian Stimuli no longer target random enemies. Ooh. That's interesting. I don't know if that makes them harder, easier, or it makes them more predictable, which probably helps the player overall, so that's okay. I like that. You can now disable unit animation or bouncing. The bouncing is half the fun, my man. But no, I understand some people just really want to go through real quick. I like to have the animations on because I'm making videos and I want you guys to have something visual to watch if you want to watch it. But no, that's okay. Venia's Hex, the poison artifact, will now only target enemy heroes if no other target is available. Probably too overpowered. Probably a good idea, especially when they did this, which is 1 damage to all other poison enemies, and when a poison character, because the Venomancer can help whittle down an enemy hero fast. Most enemy heroes don't have too much hit points, up until like at least halfway through the 3rd dungeon portion. But the Devourer's ability, if the Fennec thing accidentally hits the hero, then you've lost something really cool for the Devourer. So I like that. And many smaller changes. Ooh. When you pick up an item, only characters who can equip it are highlighted in green. Nice. Oh, here's a cool. If you have a multi-class unit, you now encounter items from all classes in stores. Watch the video tomorrow. I screw up multi-class. And multi-class units can now be targeted by buffs that target specific characters. No, they fixed it. This is the thing that in my video tomorrow that I'm pushing for you guys for an early Christmas gift. I really want you to see this video tomorrow. I multi-class somebody, and it kills my build. Because the multi-class designation replaces, pretty much it's mage or fighter. It replaces that. I don't want to spoil, but it replaces that, and then somebody has a buff that empowers that thing, that class that they used to be. But since it says multi-class, it takes it away. So I'm glad that they fixed that. That's going to make it a lot less stressful. But it's going to be a really cool thing. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Happy Sunday. You are 1 week from Jesus and Santa high-fiving and helping end this terrible year. I hope that you guys are all enjoying the game as I am. We're going to be playing more of the game. How many hours do I have in this game? Does it say? Where does it say? Let's check. I probably don't have as many as a lot of you because, again, I have, work I have to do, so I can't just play. I have a ton of games, too. Never really played Dota. TQRS. SD Gundam's really cool, but it's not really a game for... Maybe it's just Dungeon? Where is it? The Dungeon Beneath. Update queued. Well, there's the update. I haven't done it yet. Damn it, where does it tell me how many hours I played? No, that's the update. I'm trying to show off here, man. It's not on the store page. This is typical of me. I can't remember. Also, obviously, I played Founders because you saw the video yesterday. But, guys, I'm going to stop embarrassing myself. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.